And we're live. We got 4 of you guys. Thank you for attending the first real ever live stream here on the channel. Pretty exciting. I'm going to wait for a few more people to fall on in. Start lighting up the chat. Not a lot of people here yet, but like I said, I don't know if you saw in the chat, I said I hope you have your snacks and drinks. We're going to be here for a little while today. Answering questions, playing some games, talking life, getting to know you guys a little bit better. It's going to be a good time. Hopefully you guys can hear me pretty well. Peter says, "Congrats, Lexus rules." Yeah, they're pretty legit. They're pretty amazing. Thanks, Peter, for tuning in tonight. Hopefully you stay for a while. Happy to have you. So my stream the other night was totally unexpected. I think I did it Tuesday night. My voice is still recovering from it. I don't talk that much usually. I'm a better listener than I am a speaker. So hopefully I can speak tomorrow because I will be on for a little bit tonight answering a lot of questions, talking to you guys. So I'm really excited. Thinking of an IS or ES, but waiting on the 2020, says Peter. So there's going to be no changes for the IS for the 2020 model year, if that's what you're asking. For 2021, so next fall, so the fall of 2020, we'll have a 2021. That's my guess of when the IS is going to be refreshed, but we'll have to see. Zach, I'm about to work out. I'll tune in if you're still streaming when I'm done. Okay, man. If not, if I'm done by the time you're done working out, feel free to replay it and watch how the stream goes. ES, possibly all-wheel drive ES. Yeah, that's probably not going to be out till either the 2021 model year or the 2022 model year. So, and it's only going to be a hybrid. If you don't want a hybrid all-wheel drive, then you might as well just get the IS right now. All-wheel drive helps in Canada? Yes, it does. It helps here in Nebraska too, man. This past winter was brutal. We had a ton of snow and a lot of flooding after the snow melted too. It's crazy. It's not where they want it to be. So it's going to be a huge jump in performance from the current LC, and it's probably going to be around 650 to 700 horsepower. Your opinion, IS300 or IS350, is it worth it? It totally depends. For me, I would just get the IS300, but you can only get, if Mark Levinson is important to you, or adaptive variable suspension, you can only get those in the IS350. So I mean, I don't typically drive fast or accelerate fast in the cars I do own. And that would be probably the same if I owned a Lexus. So me personally, IS300 all-wheel drive I'd be perfectly happy with. But you might want the additional 50 horsepower and those other features I mentioned. RCF, well, RCF, I don't know. RCF was just refreshed, so we're not going to get anything new on the RCF for probably 3 more years. And we just got that track edition, so that's pretty cool. Want the RX 350 F Sport, waiting for the 2020, don't want to pay MSRP. Waiting for 2020 model year. Or Laura, I'm trying to understand you, girl. You want the RX 350 F Sport, waiting for the 2020. So you're saying you want to buy maybe a 2019 RX with the F Sport package when the 20s come out, because it'll be a little bit, they'll probably be discounted. It's totally up to you. I mean, the refresh is going to be pretty amazing. Is there going to be more power? More power on the RCF, like future versions? Oh, I'm sure there will be, but I mean, we don't. The refresh just came out this year, like this spring, like just a couple months ago. So we're not going to see anything on the RCF for a long time. Yeah, Peter. Yeah, the IS300 outsells the 350 to my knowledge by quite a bit, at least at where I work. So the IS300 is a lot of bang for your buck. Most people don't even use the 260 horsepower in the IS300, let alone the 311 and the 350. So any Lexus besides RX, get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto? Potentially. So we know the 2020 RX is going to be the first with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. However, we don't know exactly what the software in the RX is like. I know it's going to have the first of its generation in terms of the built-in maps from Lexus. It's going to be a newer generation than what we have out there currently. So I don't know. I hope they're able to update like the ES and the LS and the RC, the LC, those vehicles, and the NX, the UX with Android Auto. I hope they're able to. They all have Apple CarPlay now, so I hope they're able to update it with a software update at the dealership. So, well, shoot, guys. I got 10 of you now. Double digits. Watch out, guys. I'm going to start playing games. Heck yeah. Thanks for joining me. I got 10 people. I'm celebrating a little bit for the 5,000 subscribers. It's pretty exciting. I went to the store today, Hy-Vee. If you guys live in the Midwest, you know what Hy-Vee is. They didn't have any Kirin Ichiban, which is a Japanese beer. My studio here around me, it's kind of in the beginning stages, but it is going to be a little bit Japanese themed. So in lieu of that, I wanted to get a Japanese beer for the celebratory stream tonight. 5,000 subscribers, thank you so much. Hy-Vee was sold out of all Japanese beer. There was one, and I looked at it, and it said it was brewed in Canada. I'm like, no, I know RXs are assembled there, but I don't want a Canadian Japanese beer. I want a Japanese beer. And so I'm like, well, what else do you got? He's like, well, I got a couple Japanese whiskeys, a couple Japanese gins. I'm like, cool. So this is what I got. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll hold up to the camera. It's called Roku Gin. I don't think you can read that, but it is distilled in Japan with 6 major Japanese botanicals. Pretty awesome. And it was like $25. It was super cheap. Like, and this is, I'm not going to lie, this is the best gin I've ever had. I'm not a big gin drinker, but I thought, what the hey. And on the bottle here, you see like these lotus blossoms. I don't know if you guys can see that. but it's a cool bottle. Once I have more shelves behind me on this side, I might put this bottle over there. So pretty exciting. Let's see here. Peter says, believe it or not, I actually thought of an XSE Camry. Yeah, I mean, the Camry and Avalon are okay vehicles. I would only consider maybe the hybrid variants of them, but I don't know. You can get a fully loaded Avalon for about $45. At least that's the sticker price. You can get like a base model ES, which rides better. It's better quality all around. You just don't have all of those electronic features as that top level Avalon. It's a way better car, and you can get it for cheaper than that top level Avalon. So loaded up Avalon or base model ES, I would go with base model ES every time, even though it might not have panoramic camera or some of those other things that Avalon's going to have. So what's your top 5 favorite racing PC games featuring Lexus/Toyota? Says my wife, the wifey poo. Oh, man. Number 1 PC racing game I've ever played. It's hard to say. There's not that many that are exclusive to PC. I'll just say my all-time favorite racing games ever. Probably Forza 1 and Forza 2. And this is no particular order. You have Need for Speed Underground, number 1 and number 2. Shoot, that's already 4 of my top 5. Yeah, shoot. And then you can see this BMW that keeps playing on the screen. That is from Need for Speed Most Wanted, and that's one of my all-time favorite racing games too. So the original Most Wanted, they had a reboot like in 2010 or something. It wasn't as good. It was a good game. It wasn't as good. GS for 2020, but future is up in the air with a car. Yep, the GS will probably be around for 2020. I'm a huge Lexus fan like you. I love Lexus. Whole family has Lexus, and my whole family has 12 Lexus. Cool cat. That's amazing. That's amazing. 12 Lexuses in the family. Not many people can say that, you know. When is the next generation NX 300 hybrid coming out? Warren, what part of the world are you in? Because you labeled it as a 300H. Most people aren't that interested in the hybrid. So maybe you're in Europe or something, or maybe you could be in America, but next generation NX. Okay, so NX came out 2015, 16, 17. So that's 3 years. In 18, they came out with a refresh. So 18, 19, 20. The earliest they'll have a redesign is for 2021 model year. So that'd be fall of 2020. Or maybe spring or something of 2020, because the NX usually comes out a little bit earlier. Or 2021. Did I do that right? 18, 19, 20. So it'd be 2021 model year or 2022 model year. That's the earliest you're going to see the NX. It'll be on a similar platform as the new RAV4, but I'm sure it's going to be fairly modified from that because of the new TNGA architecture is pretty flexible. Thanks for your time and opinion. I'm going to bite the bullet on the IS300 Nebula Gray. Time to get rid of the RAV4 and upgrade. Yeah, it's a way better car than a RAV4. No doubt about it. Nebula Gray, what's your interior? You're getting an F-Sport. You could get it with the red interior. You get a black interior. NX possibly 2022. Yeah. Shoot. Should I start playing something? I got 11 people in here. It's doing pretty good. I think the stream I did in the middle of the week was completely spontaneous with no advertisement. I had no hype leading up to it. I think I got like 15 or 16 people in it. So we'll see. I mean, the night's young. I got a lot of gin to drink tonight. So if you guys are snacking or drinking on anything, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, share it in the chat. Love to hear what you guys are sipping on. Red interior all day, yeah. You're a good man, Peter. I might have to reset the game. And the reason is my controller is not picking up. So if you've ever had an Xbox controller that you use on PC, if it turns off or something, the game just like doesn't register when you turn it back on. So I might switch you real quick. I might turn this off. Let's see here. Let's exit out, because I don't want to. If I'm gonna play, guys, I don't want to play on my keyboard. It's loud. I am not good at racing on the keyboard. It's pretty difficult. So Lexus IS is the best car. Oh, Lexus is the best car brand. Yeah, man. Why do you think I have a channel about it? No one else has a channel on Lexus. Brock Friday did. Brock Friday, he had how-to car guy, but he stopped working for Lexus, and then he stopped making videos on it. So I'm kind of carrying the torch now for the Lexus YouTubers. Do you think the IS and GS is going to merge and form a new Lexus vehicle or GS Sportback? Says Will. Yeah, I personally do. I think the GS it's completely dead at this point, and the IS still sells pretty well. And the IS is really, really small. It's extraordinarily small for our current modern age. So it would be cool to see them either merge it, either call it an IS, or just call it something new altogether. I don't know. But it would be cool to see one sedan that's a sports sedan that's about the size as the ES currently, which is about the size as a GS. So, yep. I think that'd be awesome. Would it be cool to see a Sportback? Yes. I'd love to see a Sportback Lexus. Peter partakes in the assembly, man. Seriously? That's awesome. Let me know if you guys can still see the stream, because my game crashed, which is fine because I wasn't even playing it. But I will try to boot it back up here in a little bit. When will we see a redesign on the LX? It's going to be a while. It's still going to be a while, probably 2021 at the earliest. Okay, good. You guys can see the stream. Well, this is good because I'll start loading up the game again. I don't know why. I got a new graphics card. I don't know if that has something to do with why it crashes. I don't know. It's also pretty hot in here. And I know my computer doesn't like it to be hot. So, anyways, I was going to talk about this tonight anyway. So I am, around me you can see in this corner back here, a little setup. I got a couple model cars that I've reviewed on my channel. I got a Lexus tag that I got from training, a couple plants. And on this side back here, I'm looking to add some more things. Now, I have another shelf over here that has some camera lenses, is another plant. So I'm looking to complete my office here, my studio, kind of Japanese or Lexus themed. So here on Etsy, which brings me back to the computer, this is really cool. So you have the history of Lexus production. Now it probably stops on like 2018. I don't see the new ES on here, for example, or the UX, but that's super cool. I'd love to have a picture of that in my studio here. It would be awesome. I'll just say that. And there's this one that I liked a lot. This is all the F cars. This one I love. The LFA Nürburgring. You have the ISF, RCF. And then the GSF there at the bottom. Super awesome. I'll probably get those in a matter of time. So, and then, whew, these are expensive, but like, let me find the right one. So they made LFA's die casts 1/18th size, and I would love to get one day. They probably stopped making them, I don't know, 5 years ago or more. And so the only way you can get them now is buying them from secondhand people. So they're extraordinarily expensive. I've seen them for about $500, which is still extraordinarily expensive, as you can see on this one right here. They're just really expensive. I'd love to have one to review, to have in the channel somewhere in the background. Gosh, back here, have an LFA just sitting back there. That'd be awesome. Amazing. But that's like one of my dreams. Like owning my first Lexus, having one of these LFAs in my, wardrobe of model cars would be pretty cool. All right, let's see if that game's gonna load. We're getting somewhere. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, there we go. Chat's going quiet, guys. That's okay with me because my voice isn't going to last probably the night. Controller still isn't working. It's alright. Never mind. I got it to work. Do any of you guys play racing games? Is it just me? Am I just a weirdo? Anyone else play racing games? Jay Griff, man. How's it going? Huh. It's crazy. Who's all in the channel right now, guys? I don't even know who's watching. Cool Cat was here. Peter was talking it up. Will. I saw Will for a second. Warren. Alex was here. Jay Griff. Who's still here? '98 Lexus LX owner here. Enjoy your channel. Thanks, Jay Griff.
I've identified another potential recruit for your lineup. Welcome.
Yeah, frick. I just met someone with a '99 LX recently, and it has like 260,000 miles. They love it. Let's see here. Just want to get you guys some smoothish gameplay, so I'm turning down my settings. I think it's honestly I think it's my CPU that's holding us back. So that's all right. See if we can go down to 30 frames.
You?
How many miles do you have on your LX, J Griff? So the flashing you guys see, that happens when I mess with some of the graphical settings and then I have to reset the game, but that's alright. We got time. I'll be streaming for a while. $239,000 miles. She's about halfway there, man. What's the most expensive repair you had to do on it? And how long have you had it? Ooh, another thing I'm gonna put up in my studio to make it a little bit more Japanese is this right here. It's a great wave off of Kanagawa. Gonna have these nice little hanging canvases here on the wall. It's gonna be awesome. Had for 4 years. Going strong, no leaks, no rattles. Good, man. It's freaking awesome. Front and rear brakes, that's normal wear and tear. Nothing crazy. How many owners? Third owner. Routine maintenance, that's awesome. Wouldn't expect anything else. Sometimes water pumps will go out and you gotta, of course, do the drive belt every so often. Oh, rust on the rear hatch, I've heard about that. Windshield replacement is something to watch on them. Well, windshield replacement is something to watch on any vehicle. Especially here in the Midwest, we have so much sand and rock on our roads, it's ridiculous. Not like Florida where I used to live. Those roads were always perfect. All right, got the game back up and running. Hopefully I can play it a little bit smoother for you guys. Again, this is my one of my first time streaming, so there's going to be some hiccups here and there. And the only way for me to really test what works and doesn't work is by streaming. So
Bringing them into your lineup.
Welcome back, Bra.
for some reason this game doesn't like full screen mode.
Partway through a
It is
challenge.
picky.
Would you like me to set a route to the next race event for you?
What did you guys do this weekend? Did you do anything fun? Went over to my parents' place today. Kids played in the sprinklers, a little slip and slide action. It's been hot here, so hot. I think today was only 96. Yesterday was like 98, 99, and the real field temp was like 118. That's really hot. Luckily, it's not like that all the time here, so. And sadly, we can't get enough of that weather during the winter time, of course. Boom. Where are you guys from? I got about 9 or 10 of you. Where are you guys checking in from across the country or the world? Where are you coming from? Connecticut. Are you a Yukon fan? Wisconsin, are you a Wisconsin fan? Are you a Packers fan? Wisconsin. I've been there once or twice. Definitely been there before. Just over the border of the river there. I have an aunt that lives in Minnesota, and we went over the river for some touristy stuff, arts and crafts, and maybe a meal or two. Live in Maryland, but originally from the Philippines. Sharik, that's awesome. How do you like Maryland compared to the Philippines? Like, Philippines definitely has its pros and cons. I'm sure it's more beautiful than Maryland, but I'm sure, I guess in some ways quality of life might be a little bit different here in the States. But you tell me, man, what do you like better? Do you go back to the Philippines a lot? Oh, you grew up in Minnesota. Well, so you are a Minnesotan. Huge Yukon fan. Sweet. I'm a pretty big Husker fan, but I don't follow sports nearly as much as I used to. So I pretty much only I followed the NBA playoffs this year, and then of course football season, college football. Pro, I don't. Yeah, pro doesn't do a whole lot for me. Being from Nebraska, like sometimes I root for. Well, the Chiefs would be my team. I was rooting for the Chiefs last postseason, but. Connecticut. What's in Connecticut? I literally don't know hardly anything about Connecticut? I don't know. What is there to do in Connecticut? Oh man. Racing is not the best game to play during stream. Best genre, I should say. Because I'm looking at the chat, I'm looking at other things. It's just like driving, right? You take your eyes off the road for a second and you could be in an accident. Except it's a little amplified in a video game because you're going, like, I'm going 160 miles an hour right now. So taking my eyes off the road for a split second is like staying blindfolded at 25. Oh, that car. Oh, man. Literally running into everything right now. I promise you, I'm not usually this bad. If I'm focused 110% on the game, I'm fairly decent at racing games. Alex says lots of sightseeing, especially in the fall with the fall foliage. Yeah. Nebraska gets a little bit of that. I mean, we don't have nearly as many trees, but the trees we do have are breathtaking during October, especially November a little bit. Wow, I totally just got last place in this race. That's okay, I don't care. It's a video game. I should probably... Oh, I missed a checkpoint. That's okay, I was in last place anyways. Are you guys going on any vacations this summer? If so, where? Where to? Where are you guys going? We might try to head up to Colorado. I mean, I have family in Denver and Castle Rock, so we'll see. See if we can make it happen. I wonder if there's any way for me to see, because I can. The cool thing is I can see how many people are watching my channel right now. What I can't see is who those people are. So I don't know. I'm new to this streaming thing. So thanks guys for showing up, clicking on my video while browsing through the YouTubes. So grateful. I started this channel a little over a year ago when I started working for Lexus, and I did it mainly because I was already doing YouTube. That was a big part of it, so it was just kind of a natural progression. And the other thing was to learn. Like, it helped me learn more about cars. And then it's just kind of grown, which is awesome. So thanks guys for being supporters of the channel. Let's see here. I used to play a lot of Rally Sport on my Xbox, or on Xbox. My son plays a lot of GTA on the PC. Yeah, I have GTA as well. It's pretty awesome. You know, it's so overwhelming because it's like playing real life. Like, I love GTA. I love how it's like a real world, but there's so much stuff to do. And I like to be a completionist to some degree. Like, in GTA, good luck, because it is so vast. It is ridiculous. I love it, though. I remember playing GTA 3 on a friend's... You see the fireworks, guys? Can you see those fireworks? Let's see if I can go into photo mode right now, because that is... Video games can be extremely artistic. Oof. Let's see if I can reset the cosmetic of the car. Like, look at that. Look how amazing that is. To be able to get a shot like that in real life. I mean, you could do it, but it's a lot easier in a video game. Alex says no problem for being a fan and follower of the channel. Thanks, man. Thanks for being a part of the Lexurious Fleet. I don't use it much, that term much. I'm going to try to use it more and more because it's one of my few strokes of genius. I think Lexurious Fleet is awesome. Super appropriate for the followers of the channel. Essentially hardcore Lexus fans. There's a few of you out there. I got at least 5,000 of you now, which is awesome. I got about 5 or 6 people watching, but I'm really surprised that I got 5,000 subscribers, and I really hope more people tune in tonight. Like, Tuesday night was ridiculous. It was spur of the moment streaming, and I was talking for about an hour and a half straight, answering people's questions. It was awesome, and I didn't announce to anyone that I was going to be streaming that day. So, Philippines is very beautiful and good weather. Last time I've been was 7 years ago. Truly miss it, but life in America is also very nice. We don't get snow there. Lots of rain and floods. Well, here in Nebraska, we get snow, rain, and floods. That's how ridiculous the weather is. And today, it was 96 degrees. Yesterday, it was about 98 with a real feel temperature of 118, which was the highest in the entire United States of America. That's how ridiculous Nebraska is. We go from the coldest of the cold to the hottest of the hot. We're one of the few places on earth that has like the degree and temperature swing. Like, it can get, I've seen minus 18 before. I think it can get colder here, but I've seen minus 18, and then I've also seen 108 here in Nebraska. And that's not real feel temp. That's like actual temp. Real feel would be like 120, 125. Yeah, weather here is just absolutely ridiculous. It's so extreme. And I think that it's probably a reason why not that many people live here. It's a possibility. My wife is from Florida, and it's one thing going from medium hot to hot. It's another thing going from freezing ass cold for 6 months out of the year to hot as hot hell for about 3 months of the year. That's Nebraska. But Philippines, I'd love to visit. I have been to Thailand. And I've been to Fiji, and I've been to Australia, but I haven't been to the Philippines, which I've been. I guess I stopped in Japan for a layover, so I have been in the land of Lexus before. Narita Airport, I believe it's called. Keep up the good work, bro. Gary, thanks for joining. Fire away, man. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. I'm happy you're here. Thanks for joining. I think you were here the other night during the stream. You have a strong YouTube channel, says Jay Griff. See a ton of potential, Kirk. Keep up the good work. Jay Griff, thank you so much. It means a lot. If I can help people, even if it's just a handful, if I can help them and learning more about cars, especially Lexus, I'm happy to do it. And it makes doing this channel totally worth it. Shriek says, dang. You're probably saying dang to Nebraska because it's a little ridiculous. But yeah, ask away. Question. Feel free to ask questions about Lexus, me personally, Nebraska, anything. If you see the title of the stream, it says 5,000 subscriber stream, A.M.A, which means ask me anything while I play Forza Horizon 3, and I'm doing just that. So enjoy visiting Omaha. Had some extended work stints there. Really underrated city. Great downtown and zoo. Dude, you nailed it. Our downtown is pretty incredible. It's a little small, but it's extraordinarily quaint and beautiful, especially the old market. And we just had the College World Series here. If you guys are baseball fans, you know about it. But if you don't, it's where the best college teams play in a tournament to determine a champion. And they come to Omaha every year, and that's now downtown. It used to be in South Omaha, or the Rosenblatt. They moved it downtown probably about 10 years ago. And downtown is an awesome place to just hang out. It's amazing. Downtown Omaha is awesome. That's where I used to hang out when I was in college. We'd go down to the bars there, have a good time, act a little stupid. And the zoo. The zoo is world class, no joke. The zoo is usually top 3 every year. So if you guys like animals or extraordinarily intricate human-created replications of real environments, come to the Omaha Zoo. Henry Dorley Zoo is incredible. It is mind-blowing. I take my kids there. They're a little young, so we just do kind of the splash pad, the kids area of the zoo. But it is totally worth spending the plane tickets to get here just for the zoo. And there's other things to do here in Omaha too. So Jay Griff, thanks for talking up Omaha. Not that many people even know what it is or where it is. So let's play some more games here. Where am I at? I don't even know where I'm at. Let's get in a Lexus. How about that? You want to get in a Lexus, guys? I got a few Lexus in my inventory in this game. We can get out of the BMW, which, by the way, this is my favorite BMW of all time. Like a 2003 M3. And how awesome is this game that the rotors light up? Let me just show you. They'll cool down here in a little bit. Gonna brake hard. Oh, it didn't even do it. I gotta go faster, I guess. These brakes. Look at that. And this is just an arcade game. So they steal some things from the simulator, the normal Forza games. Look, the rotors are still like furnace-y hot from a freaking sword furnace. It's amazing. The first time I saw that in a video game, I was just like blown away. But let's get into Lexus. I want you guys to help me choose which one to get into. I think I own all of them in the game now. So we're gonna go to my garage, and we're gonna go to Lexus. I want you guys to help me pick out which one to get into. After Lexus and Toyota, favorite car brand? Mazda. I had a 91 MX-5 Miata, also known as the N.A. Had that for 3 or 4 years. I had to get rid of it because I got married and started having kids. So I will own another Miata one day. Mark my words. That is just as much on my mind as owning my first Lexus. And I also love motorcycles. I will have another motorcycle someday as well. So, all right. Gamers Work wants me to drive the LFA. Anyone else? Anyone else have anything to say on which vehicle I pick? I have a GS 350 F Sport. Looks pretty cool. LFA, always looking cool. This ISF, which is my favorite car so far in the game to play. And then I have this SC300 that's tricked out a little bit. That one's a lot of fun to drive too. And I converted this ISF in the game to have all-wheel drive. I know it's a little bit of a heresy, but it's so much easier to drive in a video game, I promise you, and probably in real world too. All-wheel drive is kind of a cheat code when it comes to racing. Me and my wife, wife? Me and my girlfriend, I don't know how I got wife out of that. Gary says, me and my girlfriend was looking for the new ES the other day. We really like the F Sport 2 package ES, MSRP 56K. Are you in Canada? Gary, are you in Canada? F Sport 2 package. The reason being is because every region, every country has different builds of cars that Lexus makes, and then every region inside of the country has additional builds. So typically when I hear number packages, I think Europe, or not, it could be Europe, but mainly Canada. I have a Sharik, I don't have a GSF. There's no GSF in the game. This is a GSF Sport, which is not nearly as cool as a GSF. But it looks like everyone wants me to drive an LFA, so picking that. I'm going to get in this. Okay, so back to Gary. MSRP was $56K. The manager gave us $3,500 off. 56K sounds high for an ES, so you're probably in Canada, would be my guess. Okay, good. Okay, good. You just said you're in Canada, so that just confirms. So I don't know exactly what a 2 package is. We don't get those sort of things in the ES. You're kind of going to have to fill me in on, but 3,500 sounds about right, because your numbers are inflated from ours here in the States. So we take off sometimes 3,000 on a F Sport. Let's have some fun right now. So Gary's asking some good questions. We're gonna pull up Lexus of Omaha website here, and we're gonna look at some of our F Sports. Jay Griff wants me to be in an SC300. Yeah, he's definitely in Canada. So we're going to go to new, of course, Lexus. We're going to go to ES350. I know in other markets they make the hybrid ES and F Sport trims, not in North America to my knowledge. So, all right. So here is, we'll click this bad boy. So if you look here, Gary, I don't know if you can see, you probably can't see. Let me fix this. Hopefully you can see that. And if I need to zoom in, I'm going to zoom in so you guys can all see better. If you're on your phone, hopefully you guys can see this a little bit better. I'll walk you through it. So I work for a Lexus Plus dealer. That means we are non-negotiable. And so we're a good litmus test if you're getting a good deal or not at a normal dealership. So MSRP here in America is $52,700. And I'm assuming this is the same type of build that you're looking at, which is a F Sport 2 package. Lexus cash. So there's a $2,000 rebate, but you're not talking about rebates. You're talking about dealer discounts. So we're getting about a $2,700 here in Omaha off MSRP, and we don't have any fees. We don't bullshit. So we have 0 fees, and I bet your dealership has fees, so that has something to do with it. So if I look up USD to Canada dollars, we're going to type in 2737 USD, which is 3583 in Canada dollars. So he's giving you a pretty honest discount. There you go. 27.37 discount is in American dollars is equivalent to 35.83 in Canadian dollars. So he's giving you a decent discount. I don't know if that helps. You might have additional fees. You might want to talk your way out of those fees if you can. Fees are a bunch of bullshit. That's how I see it. That's speaking from the heart as a Lexus Plus guy. If you guys don't know about Lexus Plus, ask away. I can talk to you about it. But that's let's get back to the game. How about we? Did I answer your question, Gary? Hopefully that helped. That was pretty in depth. MSRP. Let's go back here. MSRP. I think you said was 56K. So let's type in 56K. Let's do this. 56. Damn, I think your cars might be cheaper than ours here. We don't have an F Sport. We don't have an F Sport car that is sticker priced for 42. So it looks like you guys have some additional builds here in where I live. We have, but that doesn't change the discount. The discount from the dealer is still legit. But here in the state, my guess is that car probably doesn't have adaptive variable suspension. It may or may not have Mark 11 in it. It might not have the panel camera. Probably doesn't have heads-up display. That sort of thing. So we don't have. It's at least in my region, we don't get ESF Sports built like that. Yeah. It's fun. So, I mean, through you guys, Gary, and people around the world, I get to learn more about how Lexus builds their cars, which is ridiculous. Like, it's crazy how much they change their cars depending on the region. It's just insane. So I live in Nebraska. You go one state west of here in Colorado, and they build their cars quite a bit differently than they do for our region, which is the central region, which goes all the way to like Kentucky and Ohio. And yeah, so shoot. So should we start racing again in a Lexus this time instead of a BMW? Well, the new IS have a BMW engine. It says manual. Manny, I don't know. I made that video, got a lot of views. I was just kind of reporting a news article. You know, a part of me wants to see a BMW motor in a Lexus. Just because Lexus motors, although bulletproof, they can be a little underwhelming. And I know BMW motors they get the soul involved a little bit more. Now, if we're talking about an LFA or an LC500 or any of the F vehicles, those get your heart and soul engaged entirely. So, but just for the normal vehicles, they're all about comfort, quiet, and longevity and durability. What's your dream Lexus? Probably a GSF or an LX, says Kenny. Gamers work. I have to go to sleep, but I just want you to know that weekly updates are amazing. I enjoy seeing every one of them. See ya. Gamers work. Thank you so much for being a part of the channel. Thanks for stopping in tonight. Really appreciate it. Can you guys still see me? It's getting dark out. Let me see if I can open the blinds a bit so you can see me better. Is that better? But sweet dreams, gamers work. Sleep in if you can. Get some good dreams under your belt, man. Speaking of dreams, what is my dream Lexus? Like I said, probably GSF or LX. And then if I could have a great commuter, I would be happy with a UX getting 50 miles per gallon on a daily basis. So, Kenny, what is your dream Lexus? Is that the question? LFA, let's not count the LFA because LFA is going to cost you $500,000. But what is your favorite Lexus, Kenny? Favorite car brand outside of Lexus, luxury and supercar? Kenny, oh man, dropping some good questions. Favorite car brand outside of Lexus, says Kenny. I answered this a little bit ago. It's probably Mazda or Masuda. Luxury. Favorite luxury brand. You know, I do like Volvos quite a bit. As crazy as that sounds. They're extraordinarily unreliable from the research I've done. Supercar. Probably Ferraris. I love Ferraris. How could you not? Your dream car is an unannounced LCF. Well, I mean, yeah, gosh. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So, I just need to announce it. They need to announce it. Let's start racing. I need to stop talking. I need to give my voice a rest for a bit. This is what happened on Tuesday. I just talked, which is awesome. That's a part of the live stream. But I didn't have a voice. My voice is still going out. So, but we're in a Lexus inside the game, so let's have some fun with it. So for some reason, I hear the sound effects in the game, but I don't hear the LFA's motor, which is the best part. Oh man, car volume is at 10. So it's probably just a glitch in the game. It's like I'm in a Tesla right now. There's no engine noise. Oh, can you guys hear the LFA? I can't hear it on my end. Guys, let me know if you can hear the LFA. I honestly can't hear it. It's so funny how that works. And it's probably just a product of streaming. You know, there are going to be bugs when you're streaming. So I have a speed trap coming up. Let's see how fast I can hit this. Oh, hit that Audi. No, that was an NSX. It's an NSX. Well, I'm going to hit this speed zone really slow now since I ran in. Good. All right. As long as you guys can hear the LFA. I've heard it in this game before, so. Okay, I need to find something to do in this game. So what's crazy? Got 10 of you in here now. I feel like I can share this. What's crazy is down here in this part of the game. It's called Byron Bay. Byron Bay is a real place, and I spent. Oh gosh, how many days did I spend there? Maybe 3 or 4 days I spent in Byron Bay. For my cousins, my cousin got married in Byron Bay. So if you like zoom in here, so she got married like somewhere in here. There was a French, I don't even know what you call it. Chateau, is that the right word? It was like a French it was a recreation of a French landscape sort of. Is chateau the right word? I don't even know. Chateau is an interior of the ES and the IS. It's a Lexus interior color, but anyways, I think it's a French chateau, and it was a recreation of one. It looked like it had been there for 100 years. They did that good of a job on it, and it was absolutely beautiful. I saw the countryside of Australia, rolling hills and vineyards, and I have pictures I'll probably show you guys eventually if I keep playing this game. The beach there was awesome. I have tons of stories about the beach, playing rugby on it, dolphins, waves, seeing whales, like tons of stories about that. Stories about the places I stayed at, it was crazy. The places I visited in Byron Bay, was absolutely amazing. And then up here, I drove through. So if you go up here, this is a recreation of the Gold Coast. Gold Coast, I just drove through. I didn't stay there, but I did get to visit the Gold Coast. You should play Red Dead Redemption, LOL. Well, it's not on PC. Kenny, did you know that? Red Dead is not on PC. And there are no Lexus horses in that game, so I can't play it. Love to see the new IS with the B58. If they do go that route, I'll definitely be purchasing one in 2022. We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell, Manny. Oh man. Oh gosh. Oh, I just wrecked an LFA straight into a kookaburra tree. But let's do a little fast travel. I like Byron Bay in this game the most because I've been there. But we're back. What do you guys do for work? You guys know what I do. What do you guys do for work? Georgia Boy says the LFA is the best sounding car ever. It's hard to dispute that. Then Lay says, any idea which vehicle next will have the turbo 6-cylinder LS500 has? I don't. Here's what I think will have it. I hope the next ISF has it. Now that car hasn't been announced or anything, but I could see the next ISF having that twin turbo V6, and we might also see it in the new LX that comes out in a couple of years. So I'm going to get another drink, guys. What are you drinking tonight? Drinking some pop, soda, whatever you call it. Some Coke. Drinking some Japanese gin to celebrate 5,000 subscribers with you guys. Thank you so much again for being a part of the channel, being a part of the Lexurious Fleet. Well, it's only been a year. It went by like that. 1 year, 5,000 of the Lexurious Fleet members later. You know, I have a lot of ideas for the channel going forward. One of them would be like a Lexus meetup. How cool would that be? Lexus owners meetup, come from across the country for a week or so, and we just tear up Omaha in Lexus vehicles. That'd be awesome, but we'll see. Channel's got to grow to about 1 million before we get there, but hey, you guys are crazy. Crazy for Lexus. I could see it happening. Let me get a drink real quick. Let me get out of this intro screen because sometimes they copyright that stuff, so I wouldn't be able to have this video available for you guys to watch afterwards. Or for people who aren't here tonight, they wouldn't be able to watch it if there's copyrighted music. So all right, let me get a drink. So how are you guys watching the stream? Are you on a computer? Are you on your phone? On a laptop? What are you doing? How do you watch my videos? That's a big question. Most of you are on your mobile, so
Hey, brah. There's another driver who'd be perfect for your lineup.
Welcome back, Bar. You were partway through a championship. Would you like me to set a...
shoot, I might have to turn up the game a little bit. I can't hear it that well.
route to the next race event for you?
The game is still not playing the LFA engine note for me, so hopefully you guys can hear it in its full glory. Lexus meetup at 25K. That sounds good to me. Any idea if Lexus will bring minivan concept to US? Well, the minivan is actually a real production vehicle that's going to be in Southeast Asia. So I would love for them to bring it to the US as a parent. Gosh, I could hear that Ferrari, but I can't hear the LFA. That's kind of lame. Yeah, the LM is what it's called. The LM 300H and 350 is going to be for the Asian market. So we won't see that in the States as much as I would love to see it. People would buy it? Yeah, people would buy it. They'd buy it more than the GS, I'll tell you that much. What is going on in the game here? Should I race this Ford RS? Is it why would that car even pop up for me to race? I'm in a supercar. But yeah, they did a good job with this game. This looks identical to the Gold Coast that I visited. Oh, BMW X5 to the face. There's another thing I like about this game a lot is that the pedestrian cars are actually, not pedestrian cars, but like the non-race cars in this game are actually real cars. They're real makes and models. Oh, I can hear the V10 now in this little replay post-race screen, but I can't hear it while I'm racing. Nope, can't hear it. That's kind of a bummer. Let's see here, what should I do? What should I do in the game? Fourth of July is coming up, guys. Do you light off any fireworks? What do you do for 4th of July? I need to get in some races. I haven't gotten to one real race since I started this stream, so I need to do that for you guys. think I've done some like, well, maybe I think I did maybe one race in the BMW. I'm in a drift zone. These drift zones are extraordinarily difficult. I feel like you need a racing wheel to do them. Just hit every single car, so not fun. Okay, here's a race. Let's do this race. And the LFA is not that easy to race. It's an amazing car. I'd love to have one. In this game, when you're going up with a bunch of all-wheel drive Lamborghinis, like in a game that goes off-road and stuff, and they definitely have an advantage. Chris Invest, man, what's up? Good to see you. I remember you. Do cockpit view. As you wish. I'll try it out. I don't think I've done one race fully in cockpit view. I tend to race much more conservatively in cockpit view, so we'll see what happens. How's your channel going? If you guys don't know, Chris started his own YouTube channel a while back, so I don't know how it's going. So let me know. This is so weird racing. I know you guys can hear the LFA's motor, but I honestly can only hear the other car's motors. Oh, that was not good. No police in the game. Yeah, so I don't know why my game's crashing when it does that. It's probably because it's too hot in here. That'd be my guess. It's just really, really hot. So I'm guessing my GPU doesn't like it. And I need to amp up the fan setting, so let's do that. Do I drive Lexus loaners like this all the time? No, I don't. I actually, the Lexus cars I do tend to drive, I typically drive more hybrids than not. And I drive so super slow, especially when I'm in hybrids. To test out maximum MPGs. So I was in a UX a couple of weeks ago. I got 50 miles per gallon in town, and it's rated at 40. I was in an RX hybrid a while back, and I got like 35 in town, and it's rated at 30. So I really enjoy driving our hybrids for when I'm out and about doing stuff. So, feed froze or did game freeze? Yeah, the game freeze. Yeah, well, Jay Griff, it's possibly time for a new PC. Now, I have a pretty decent PC, especially my graphics card. I just upgraded it. I'm not stressing the graphics card at all. However, it's too hot for the graphics card. That's my theory of why it's crashing. And I need to amp up the fan profile on it to keep it cooler, because I haven't even heard the fan on it ramp up once. So don't get me wrong, I'd love to get a new PC. They're not exactly cheap. I know some people do, and I don't have enough people on my live streaming to do this, but they do like a donation thing where, you know, let's say it's $1,000 for a new PC, and they'll have that donation updater for like a month straight on their stream, and they stream daily. So I don't plan on doing something like that unless they go full-time YouTube, which is not out of the question. If the channel blows up one day, whatever, I'm all right with that. We're gonna go to here. We're going to load a profile. And the fan was not getting hot enough or high enough. So if I go over here, yeah, my maximum fan speed was not getting high enough to cool down the GPU. So McLovin, good to see you, man. McLovin, what's going on? 2014 GX, but I wish they redesigned it completely. They won't. Chris, I hate to tell you, they're not going to redesign the GX. The best you're going to get is a redesign this fall. They're going to replace it in 3 years or 5 years. How do you like the GX? Oh, McLovin's asking Chris how he likes it. That's cool. Yeah, I want you guys to interact with each other, not just to me. Makes sense. When is the next Taste of Lexus event? Taste of Lexus event. I think I've heard of that. Used to go in those Chicago years ago. Is it like a wine tasting event where you look at cars or something? I haven't heard of that. I don't think I've heard of it anyways. All right, let's pop up Forza again. I think I'm caught up with the chat. I'm averaging around 10 peeps here on the channel. Thanks again, guys. 5,000 subscribers. That's pretty amazing. I have to say, it's pretty amazing. Wouldn't be possible without you. That's nuts. McGrath Lexus. Gonna have to look that up. So many. Okay, it's in Chicago there. That's cool. It's funny, I went to Chicago for the UX. I had training on the UX. They flew us out to Chicago. And a lot of those guys are like, oh, you're from Omaha? Aren't you a Lexus Plus store? Like, oh my gosh, what's it like? What's that like? Like, they're funny. Now, I know one of the dealerships in Chicago, I think there's 5. That's just nuts that there's 5 Lexus dealerships in Chicago. But one of them is becoming a Lexus Plus dealer. That's crazy. That's going to really shake up the Chicago market. So get to drive all new models on a closed track, then eat cheese and small sandwiches and mingle with the Lexus peeps. That sounds like a lot of fun. Not gonna lie. Last one happened in 2008 or so when they canceled them from then on. Really? The one I went to was at Arlington National Race. Arlington. It's in Illinois, huh? Okay.
Hey, brah. A A lot of people are talking about this driver. I think they'd be perfect for your lineup.
Welcome back, Bra. There's an ongoing championship that you're taking part in.
My LFA is still not
For you.
making any noises, so I'm gonna switch to the ISF. See if I can get any noises from that car. Holy cow. Oh shoot. Ten people in the chat. Thanks guys. Thanks for joining. 11 people. Holy smokes. Can't wait till I can get to like 100 people in the live stream. You guys tell me. I know I'm speaking to the choir though. So I'm like, if I live stream every week, would you guys show up? You guys would probably show up. That's why you're here already. But what are your thoughts? How often should I live stream? I think I should do it every Sunday. I mean, I'm playing games anyway, so might as well. Oof. That is some good gin. If I'm drinking gin, what do you guys, if you guys drink, if you don't, that's perfectly fine. I've gone plenty of years of my life without drinking. I've gone through bouts of having a taste or two here and there. If you guys do enjoy a nice adult beverage, what do you prefer towards? Nope, I'm still not getting any engine noises on the ISF. I know you guys are. That's all that matters. So, all right, let's go here. Long Island iced tea. Ooh. There's a place here in Omaha when I was in college. It's called the Ice House. We would get pitchers of Long Island iced tea for $8. Pitchers. Tell you what, we went there a lot. It was only on Thursdays. So, you know how college kids like to do Thirsty Thursdays. Long Island. I haven't had that in years. Probably since college I haven't had a Long Island iced tea. So, freaking good. I don't even know what's in there. I think lemonade and tea. Maybe even beer. I don't even know. What is in a Long Island iced tea? I've drank probably gallons of Long Island iced tea. I still don't know what's in it. That's why I'm not a bartender. All right, guys. Hopefully the computer doesn't crash, but I'm going to a real race event. So, oof. I want you guys to decide. These are the cars that are eligible for this race. I got a GS 350 F Sport. You can see how it's tricked out, 326 horsepower. Not that much horsepower, but then the stock, I should say. I got an almost 600 horsepower M3. And then I got a 480 horsepower ISF. All-wheel drive. McLovin says vodka, tequila, light rum, triple sec, gin. That's what's in a Long Island. So it's pretty much everything. Every alcohol ever made almost. Okay. McLovin's the only one that got back to me, so I'm picking the ISF. Oh, then he changed his mind, M3. Too late. Alex says ISF, so we picked the ISF. Is that a Volvo? Is that, did I just see a Volvo? I have no idea what kind of car is in front of me. If you guys can figure that out before I get up next to it, put in the chat. No idea what this thing is. It's like a Holden. Oh, that was a terrible turn because I'm trying to look at what kind of car it is. Gotta pause. Well, a splash of cola. Okay. Hope to see some more test drives in the future. Well, Chris, I'm working on that. I'm working on it. I would like to do more test drives for you guys as well. I drove. Here's some fun stuff that I've done recently. I drove my first RCF, and I drove my first Corvette 6-speed manual. So if you guys want to hear my impressions on those cars, I'd be happy to tell you about it. What is it? Oh, it's a Jaguar that's in front of me. Jaguar. I can't believe they're still around. Jaguar is probably the next car brand to disappear. Jaguar, man. Well, your Corvette is a 2011, had under 20,000 miles on it. It was pretty much a brand new car. Thing is so easy to drive in this game, it's ridiculous. It doesn't corner that well. I don't know if that's a part of the all-wheel drive setup, but it is so easy to drive compared to a rear-wheel drive ISF in this game. Jag F-type coupes are nice. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I like Jaguar. I like them. Like, I think they're cool. That they make beautiful vehicles, but they don't make. I'm not gonna say anything about bad about Jaguar. I'll just say that. I haven't heard a whole lot of good customer experiences about Jaguar. The Jaguar. Five people? I got 5 people left on the stream. I'll probably stream for about 19 more minutes. That would be a full 2-hour stream, which is plenty long. It's probably enough time for one more drink. So I'll probably get one more drink. Hey, the game didn't crash there, so I'm gonna run down this guy here. See if I can run him down. Challenge him to a race. And an M3 reliability and Jaguar don't go together. Yep, I've heard that. Nor does excellent service. That's what I've heard. Doesn't go well with Jaguar excellent service. So. Jay Griff says the reliability is lacking compared to Lexus. Well, so are most car brands. Maybe a little bit more so when we're talking about Jaguar. What are you drinking? I'll be right back and show you. So if you weren't here earlier in the stream when I first started, I showed what I was drinking. I went to my grocery store. They didn't have any Kirin Ichiban, which is a Japanese beer, which I wanted to use for obvious reasons for my stream tonight. Instead, they had this Japanese gin. It's called Roku, and it's distilled in Japan, and it has lotus blossoms on it. So it's pretty awesome. So that's what I'm drinking. And my mixer of choice is Trader Joe's sparkling spring water, cranberry and clementine flavored. And it's a great combo, I'll tell you that. I forgot how well gin mixes. I typically drink, if I'm going to drink something hard, I typically like tequila. And tequila is still very strong even when you mix it. This gin is very, very smooth. Now, like I said, this is the best gin. I said this earlier in the stream. This is the best gin I've ever had. No surprise, right? Japanese know how to make things at a high quality. What I don't understand is how cheap it was. It was like $25 from Japan. Jay Griff, did I like the Corvette? No, I didn't. Yeah, it was a 2011 Corvette, and I've been wanting to drive one for probably since they came out, since the C6 came out, which is what, I don't even know, when did the C6 come out? 2005? Pretty sure it was 2005. And 2011, the one I drove, less than 20,000 miles, 6-speed manual. It was like a dream come true for me to drive. It was a dream come true. I've always wanted to drive a manual Corvette, and it was a bad experience. Like it just was not what I was expecting it. The clutch was not how I like clutches. It was almost all the way out. The gearbox was okay. I guess the shifter was okay, but the car was loud. You could feel everything in the road. Don't get me wrong, it was fast. It handled great, but I'm so used to Lexus vehicles and how comfortable and quiet and refined they are. Like, it felt like a Chevy inside. A Chevy that's low to the ground with a huge motor and a average at best clutch and gearbox. There you go. That's what I thought about that 2011 Corvette. I have a review on my channel on a Subaru BRZ. I enjoy driving that 10 times more than a manual speed Corvette. Gives you an idea. Have I had sake in the past? Yeah, I like sake. There's a place in downtown Omaha, Jay Griff, which I think you've been. It's called Blue Sushi. There's probably a million Blue Sushis in the world. But on the second level, it has another... It's got like another level above the Blue Sushi. It's called... And it's red themed instead of blue themed. It's red. It's called Sake Bombers Lounge. I've had a few sake bombs up there before, and I love sake bombs. Love them. Love them. People are surprised at how poorly Corvettes rise and how noisy they are, especially the older ones. Fiberglass. Yeah, it was a fiberglass body, and I was disappointed. That's just what I get for being in Lexus vehicles all the time. It's easy for me to be disappointed in lesser vehicles, which the price tag won't say they're lesser, but they are lesser after driving them. So, man, okay, let's get into some races here. Let's go back down to Byron Bay. Last time I tried to fast travel here, it crashed on me, so we'll see what happens. Hey, didn't crash on me. BRZ or FRS/86 would be a stellar car with a different motor in it. I was okay with the motor in it. I was perfectly fine with that motor. And the reason I was perfectly fine with that motor is because the car felt balanced. Any more power? Yeah, more powers. You can always use more power for the most part. Could the car use an extra 20-30 horsepower? Probably, but I didn't feel like anything was out of balance on the vehicle. It reminded me a lot of my 91 Miata. I felt a little bit less dense and a little bit louder and a rougher ride than my Miata. But I thought it was one of the best, most enjoyable driving cars since I got rid of my 91 Miata. One of the most engaging and satisfying cars. What about you guys? I got 6 of you left. I got about 10 minutes left on the stream. What is your favorite car outside of Lexus? Or I should say car brand and model. By the way, can you guys even see me anymore? Like it says I'm streaming on one screen, on the other screen it just has a blank screen, so maybe I'll refresh real quick. I don't know what's going on. If you guys couldn't see me, I'm sure you would have told me by now, so. Yeah, you can totally see me. BMW M4, yeah, I used to love BMWs growing up. Love them. Audi for me. I own a B5 S4. Yeah, S4s are good. Audis, I like Audis quite a bit, and we don't get to drive them that much in my dealership. We don't get a lot of Audis in on trade. At least in my city, they sell in a much lower volume than Lexus. However, I have driven a few Audis. You could probably see maybe 1 or 2 reviews on my channel on them. I do like them generally. And they're incredible performers. Incredible. You know, Audi vehicles probably, they remind me the most. If there's another brand they remind me the most of, it's probably the Genesis lineup. It might sound heretical to some of you, but they remind me of like the Hyundai Genesis, the Genesis luxury line. They kind of have that same feeling. It's hard to explain. Shoot, there's 4 of you guys left on the stream. I got about 5 minutes left. Ask away. Ask away. What do you want to know about me, about Lexus, about anything? Now's your chance. Until next week, when I probably will stream again because I love it. It's a lot of fun. I get a lot of enjoyment out of it. So here's Byron Bay, guys. There's 4 of you in the channel. I'm not going to go too much into Byron Bay. But this is very close to what it actually looks like. They did a good job recreating it. Looks good. Any other race games you like to play other than Forza? Yeah, I like the Need for Speed games. I've played some of the dirt games, the dirt rally games. I've played some of those. I do like them quite a bit. I would love motorcycle racing games. I've played a few of them in the past. I just haven't got too much into them. I think we're gonna drive the old MX-5 Miata here. Little throwback. What about you guys? Are there racing games that you like that I haven't mentioned? Forza is arguably the best out there right now. When I was growing up, Need for Speed was the best, as well as Gran Turismo, but Gran Turismo is only on PlayStation, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I don't know if you guys just heard that, but just heard an amazing inline 4 crotch rocket just pretty much redline it, and it sounded incredible. I've never driven an inline 4 motorcycle. I'd love to. I love motorcycles probably just as much as I love cars. Might come as a surprise to some of you because I don't talk about motorcycles hardly ever in my videos, but I absolutely adore motorcycles. And there's quite a few Japanese ones, as you guys know. And they make incredible machines. Incredible precision and performance machines at a very reasonable price. And it's only a matter of time before I get back in the saddle. Do any of you guys ride any motorcycles, or have you in the past? Do you guys get Infinity vehicle? Of course we get Infinities on trade-in all the time. Especially QX80s. I feel like I see quite a few of those. We get a few of the G cars. G37s we see quite a few of. We don't see that. Shoot, I don't know if I've seen one Q50 traded in, so some of the modern ones are harder to find. We get quite a few QX60s in. Would never ever own a QX60. No thanks. I'm not going to be able to beat this Civic Type R and this Miata. There's no way. I'll try one more lap. I made one mistake and it was just over. Let's see here. I used to before. Used to play video games before kids. Oh no, you had motorcycles before kids. Gixxer 600 and 750, along with many others. I'm sure there's a part of your heart and soul, Jay Griff, that wants to get another motorbike. Yeah, like. I have 3 kids right now. Like, a motorbike is probably not in my immediate future. It's too bad Suzuki doesn't make cars here in the States anymore. Definitely respect Suzuki. 750 is a special motorbike. Freaking love those things, man. They're kind of a unicorn. There's not that many vehicles, or I should say motorcycles out there with that displacement. They're awesome. They're arguably one of the most usable powertrains out there for daily driving. They have a good amount of torque without ridiculous amounts of power like the thousands. But I'm just speaking straight from research. I've never driven one or ridden one. Ooh, 50,000 credits. I'll take that. Man, yeah, I miss bikes. Maybe I'll get back into playing motorcycle games. MotoGP used to be a big thing. Now there's a new motorcycle video game. It's called Ride. I think they have a sequel already. Ride is a good game from what I've heard. Shoot, guys, it's 10. I just unplugged my headphones on accident, but you guys can still hear me. It's 10:02. It's time for me to settle down, give my voice a rest. The Roku Gen, guys. I'm not getting a sponsorship through them, which would be awesome. Probably the best gen I've ever had, and it's cheap. Cheap. It's like $25. But thanks for joining me tonight, guys. Most importantly, thanks for being a part of the Lexurious Fleet. 5,000 subscribers. Let me pull up my phone because we're not at 5,000 anymore. We've gone past. We've gone beyond. Oh no! Can you guys see my phone at all? Don't know if you can see that, but it said 5,017. How long do I plan to keep my 04 Avalon? Says Alex. It's a great question. Something I've been thinking a lot about lately. A year from now, so probably for another year at least. The car's paid off. When you don't have a car payment, it's a great feeling. So, I have a 1 mile commute to work. So, like, I don't need another vehicle. Like this thing, it only has like 115,000 miles on it. Like I could ride it for a long time. However, yeah, J Griff, yeah, check out the Roku Gen, man. If you like Gen, it's probably the best Gen I've ever had. But back to my 04 Avalon. So a year from now, I'll be able to get my master certification through Lexus, and that gives me an opportunity to lease vehicles that are really almost, in some ways it can be free, but just for a really good price I can lease vehicles from Lexus. So when that happens, when I get my master cert, I'll be looking into some leases for a Lexus vehicle. And I don't know what it'll be. It might be a GX, to be honest. It might be a GX. I like the ES, but putting my kids in an ES is not easy because they're so low now. Their roof lines are really low, so it's not easy to do. But we'll see. I got a year to think about it. I love the UX for commuting purposes, 50 miles per gallon. Okay, I'll take it. So, well, like I said, thanks for joining me tonight, guys. 5,000 subs. We're at what, 5,017 now. It's pretty awesome. I'll probably have a video out this week, maybe two. 4th of July, they're supposed to unveil the LC convertible, LC 500 convertible. So I'll be covering that as best as I possibly can. I hope they have some pricing for it, as well as a release date, but we'll have to wait and see. So GS, could I lease a G? Well, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. It depends. I mean, leasing is a funny thing because, like, a more expensive car can lease way cheaper than a less expensive car, depending on a lot of different factors. So, who knows? GS might lease pretty aggressively by the time I'm ready. So we'll see. But thanks, guys. Peace. There's 7 of you still listening. Thank you for your support. Keep supporting the channel any way you can. I know there's ways to donate on the channel. All your donations will go back into the channel, to me pimping out my studio here, to me getting into Alexis one day. It'll come back to the channel 100%. But thank you so much. You just watching is more than enough than I need. So I'll see you guys probably next week, and of course if you see my videos upcoming this week, but I'll see you in a stream a week from now because I have a lot of fun talking to you. So I hear one of my baby daughters crying right now, so I'm gonna go check on her. Peace out. I'll see you guys next time. Later.